feeling about just where guys are at in the process of grasping everything you want them to and implementing it?
I think the best part of what's going on right now is we got a bunch of hungry guys that are willing to learn, adjust, and adapt, and move forward to what's best for Oregon's defense, and they're working hard. And where we need to continue to improve is the consistency and all the little things. But the guys are working really, really hard. They're excited about what's going on and what we're doing, and we're out on the field having fun and playing with energy.
The defense played really well in the scrimmage up in Portland. What was just kind of your takeaways after having some time to watch the film?
Yeah, so once again, I mean, there's a lot of hard work that goes into this game and preparing and things like that, and we're working on trying to build those habits of how to prepare to be successful. And so when we get on the field, we want to have energy, we want to have fun, and the guys did a great job. The coaches on the sideline had a bunch of energy, the strength coaches, and the players go as we go. Eventually the players will go on their own, but right now we got to facilitate that. The guys, you know, we're able to pressure the quarterback. We want to try to obviously get 3 takeaways every time we step on the field, but you know, it's a work in progress. We got to continue to work at the run game. We go against a really, really good offensive line every single day, and so iron sharpens iron, but we got to continue to build in that phase.
Do you think there's something advantageous about this, that this offense isn't really all that accustomed to this defense yet, and vice versa? You guys are kind of able to feel each other out in practice in the spring setting?
Yeah, there's no question, and you know, that's one thing we're trying to build is get quality reps, you know, and quality fundamentals, and the emphasis today was fundamentals and technique. Coach is awesome, gave us more time and individual to work on our fundamentals and our techniques, and you know, and through that's gonna, as we go against each other more and more, the guys will get familiar.
Kayvon was saying he sees himself more as hand in the dirt than kind of the stand-up guy. He's got him more at the end now.
Yeah, that's where he's been the whole time. He's been hand in the dirt going. He's been very disruptive and very productive, both in the run game and in the pass game. Really excited about what he's doing right now.
He said he's trying to get with the 1. He was still up with the 2, but he said he's aiming to get with the 1.
Yeah, we got plenty of practices left. He gets his reps in there too. We're excited about what he's doing.
Where are you guys in the install as far as I know you're doing 4 down, 4 breaks? Where are you now with 3 down and just the other personnel package?
Yeah, so we're mixing in a little bit of a 3 down front stuff. We're about halfway there right now. You know, we got a lot of our base coverages in and things like that. We're starting to put a couple different fronts in and starting to move some guys around and do things like that.
You've heard a little bit from the tackles about how they're, especially in the 4 down front, obviously they're more in the traditional 2-eye kind of 3 spots. Even when it's 3 down, do you do too much with do you do much with 0 and 1 and shade, or do you really focus on 2-eyes and 3s with them, or do you, with 3 down fronts?
We're going to be multiple. We're going to move around. We're going to do different stuff. So to say that we're going to do specifically one thing or another, it's hard to say because it depends on who we're playing and what fronts we need to be in to leverage run blocks and things like that.
DJ and Troy were both saying they really like the ability with the defense of moving around and not giving the same look multiple times. Can you just maybe explain the thought process of that?
So instead of defense always just being the ones that are reacting to the offense, we want the offense to have to react to us. And so there might be some pre-snap movement, some post-snap movement, a combination of both, but we're trying to make the offense react to us so that we can play on the attack as well.
Where are you identifying like the 3rd outside corner or 3rd safety? Just because from a personnel standpoint, I know you're new, everybody has to earn their spots, but as far as who is returning and where there might be some question marks, there's appeared to be a couple areas in the secondary that are question marks.
Yeah, and you know, the corners have been playing really well. Obviously, we got the 2 back that have played last year, and we feel really good, you know, about what they're doing. They're playing consistent day in and day out. A couple of the back, to be honest, we feel like we have 5-6 deep there, guys that are competing every day. And now we got some wide receivers out there that are pretty challenging to cover. So we feel good about where the development is going and where the depth is building. Obviously, we can't have enough cover guys, so we got to continue on with that development and keep pushing forward at the safety position. You know, it's spring ball, and there's a couple guys that are a little banged up right now, so you know, we're playing through, which naturally gets other guys reps. And so the development there, the thing about the safety position, there's a lot of coverage controlling going on and communication and things like that. So those reps are invaluable, and the reps that all those guys are getting, they'll be better in the long run for it.
Barone was a guy who redshirted last year. What have we've seen him run a lot with first team nickel.
Yep.
What have you seen from him so far?
He's done a great job playing that position, being able to handle all the different techniques and the coverage that we're asking that position to do. Obviously, as an edge player, he's got to be able to handle himself in the run game and you know, be an effective blitzer at times as well. So we love the, you know, he allows us to be multiple and do different things, you know, with that type of athlete at that position. So we're excited about what he's doing there.
You guys moved David Davis from receiver. I don't know how much you got a chance to see him or.
Yep. Oh yeah, a lot.
Is that a position that he could comfortably adjust to quickly?
So he's one of the ones that's added depth to that position. David has done a nice job, you know, and that's not going to be something that happens overnight, right? That transition from one side of the ball doesn't happen overnight. But that kid is studying, he's competing, he's improving his techniques day in and day out, and he's making plays now too.
Obviously, you've got to worry about your own spring game and stuff like that in the weeks ahead, Andy. But when you have opponents coming up who have their spring games coming up this week, next week, things like that,
yeah.
when do you start watching?
When it's all
that?
done. But you're right. It can't. You know, you turn on ESPN and this pops up or that pops up. It don't help but catch your ear, and then you want to watch and catch your eye. But we got to stay locked into what we're doing right now because this time's invaluable. It's precious. We don't get a rep back. We don't get a day back. We don't get a practice back. So we got to lock in on what we're doing right now.
Okay.
Thank you guys.